For a couple more things that are really, really important. And I want to talk about these because one of our big problems right now as an alliance is that probably overall we have kind of low squad power, and we really need to work on, as a group, on organizing our heroes and squads better so that we don't have people stuck with squads that are, say, below 15 million in power. um, Squads aren't going to be the focus of this video. I'm going to focus on two things that will help with squad power, and these are kind of obvious, but I want to make sure that you understand how important each of these is. So the first is just verses. We do verses every day. We're all used to it. We know the categories and how to score points. But what I would like you to do when you have a chance is really look at these verses boxes and what you get. Um, and normally, most of these boxes are just some Valor badges and some resources. But the third box in each set will give you Universal Hero Shards, Tactical Master Supply Boxes, Drone Components, Upgrade Ore, and Drone Chip Material. So again, it's just Valor badges, and then shards. So the third one in each set gives you a lot of different things, universal exclusive weapon shards that you can work with to make your heroes stronger. And additionally, these Valor badges are very, very important for especially for doing special forces research, but for also doing other research for which you need Valor badges. And this is one of the only places to get them. You can get them here in Versus. You can get them for events like Capital War, I believe, and maybe even a couple other special events, but I don't think you get them from Marshal's Guard or Zombies or anything like that. And so really striving for 7.2 million points every day is very important. And I will tell you that this is difficult when, say, you're a level 26 or a level 27. It's hard to make that happen every day in some cases. But once you get the hang of it and you're like a level 28, you should really be able to push the limit of 7.2 million or a lot more every day if you're being smart with your resources and spending things at the right time. I will say this though, if you're not as active on the game, you're going to have less ability to gather the necessary resources from digs and other things. And that's fine. I don't expect anybody to be online all the time just to do this. This is more of a, if you want to and want to really improve, this is one place you can do it. Now you'll notice down here on my point scoring, some of these might look a little different than yours. And like, for example, survivor recruitments, a lot of you may only be getting 3,000 points for each recruit ticket. And the reason for that is I have completed a lot of the Versus research. So you can see here, again, always click these little I buttons. They explain a lot. So I'm getting bonus percentages on all of these categories because I've completed quite a bit of the Versus tech tree. And this, before a few weeks ago, this tech tree ended right here. But since, or I think actually right here. Since then, they've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a bunch of new categories. And like this last one gains you up to 50% extra points on all versus scoring. So this tech tree and right here, this versus one, is pretty important in terms of versus scoring and your ability to open all of the versus boxes. And just to give an example, for inner city truck right now, I'm getting a 35% bonus on every truck that I send. So that's a little bit about versus and just the importance of it. The other huge thing that for heroes and squad power that some of you may not be paying close enough attention to is arms race. So again, if you look at each of these arms race chests and what's really in them, one of the things that stands out is skill medals. Skill medals make a huge difference in your hero strength and your squad strength. And it's 200, 400, and 1,000. So every segment that you complete, you get 1,600 skill medals. You also get a whole bunch of speed ups. I think it's about 5 hours and 40 minutes of universal speed ups for every single segment. And then the huge thing is, you see, there are 6 arms race segments every day. So right here, the maximum you could get is 36 out of 18. There's only 3 chests up to 18 points, but the extra 3, the 24, 30, and 36 do still get you the skill medals. Mm-hmm. These are very important too, though, because they get you hero tickets, SSR shards, and universal shards. So every day, I make it a point to complete at least 3 segments of arms race. I always do drone boost and hero advancement. They're the easiest 2, and you can do them every day. The way to do drone boost is simply go out, get 300 stamina, and then rally 15 Doom Elites. And that way you complete the drone boost segment. For the hero advancement segment, all you have to do is go into your heroes and pick a hero that's somewhere between level 90 and above. Ideally, you're not spending too much experience, but for example, all I'm doing right now is once per day, I go in and grab one of my missile heroes, and I just hit upgrade one single time, and that's enough to complete the hero advancement segment. Today, for example, I've also done 2 segments of base building since it was construction day, and I also completed the unit progression segment. And for unit progression, I have my training set up here so that it roughly aligns every day with unit progression. So for example, the next unit progression will be from 2 to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is a little off from these So what I'll do is, once these barracks finish training, I'll reset them training T6s only for the remaining amount of time until the unit progression segment. And that way they finish right when I need to do unit progression in arms race. So that's a couple of things there that you can work on that are really going to help improve your squad strength. For example, as you know or may know, every apologies. Every time you get another star, you unlock higher skills. So at 5 stars, I can actually get these skills up to level 30. And see down here, I have 156,000 skill medals. And I have so many because I do that arms race and 3 segments every day. And they come from other things as well, but arms race is a huge component of getting skill medals. And these will increase your hero strength significantly. So I just wanted to share that. One other thing about arms race, I rarely actually try to win arms race. I do the minimum possible to complete the segment. I don't try to score a bunch of points because the rewards for winning aren't worth the investment, and I save those points for my verses. I think that's all for now, but I'd like you guys to really focus on these 2 things, especially the arms race, 3 segments per day, and also opening 9 chests in verses. And by doing that, you will make a lot of progress on all of your squads, or should.